Good morning, cultists. Welcome back to another Unbalanced Breakfast with CthuLoops. So in our last episode, we managed to open up the Hall of Secrets? Or something? I think. I could be wrong, but anyways, we're here, and we didn't get a lot done, but we are probably... you know what? Whatever. Enough of this, this overly articulate introduction. Let's just go ahead and read this letter. Let's not read this letter. Let's talk to this lady. What do you have to say, teller of secrets?
Hail, holy light, offspring of heaven, firstborn.
Okay, well, tell me about yourself.
About me. The Guardian's first disobedience, and the fruit of that forbidden box, whose depths brought death into this world, and all our woe with loss of source, I remember.
What?
I come no spy with purpose to explore or to disturb the secrets of your realm, but secrets of my own I bring. The secrets of another world, perhaps not lawful to reveal.
Okay, well, how did you come to this place?
Which way I fly is here. Myself am here, but in the lowest deep. A lower deep still threatening to devour this homestead opens wide.
Not very direct, are you?
Whence thou returnest, and whither wentest, I know. Direction hardly signifies.
What drugs are you on, and where can I get some? I'm interested in finding out more about your secrets.
To ask or search, I blame thee not. For Rivellon is as the book of the gods before thee set, wherein to read his wondrous works and learn his seasons, hours or days or months or years.
What? Oh, okay, so body mastery, I'm assuming these give us ability points, and these are, I guess, various secrets that we could possibly buy, but let's not waste money on that right now. Maybe we'll come back to it later. But for now, we'll leave that as is. Oh, fuck yes. I got a fuse from all of this garbage. Fan-fucking-tastic. Is that all this room actually serves? It serves as like a little secret store thing with her, and that's it? I guess that is it. Alright, well, fine. We'll just move on then. Please tell me that we've unlocked another elemental room, because I would like to get the air place open, so that maybe we can get some scoundrel stuff too. No? Zeus? You asshole. Fine, you know what? Let's just move on. Let's move on to the Grove, maybe? Is this where we were supposed to go the Lucilla Forest? No, that's not the Grove. That would be the... Oh, right, this Silver Glen Row. Does that exist? Oh, there, it does. It does exist. Oops, my bad. Rabbit, what do you have to say for yourself?
You a forlorn look. It seems as if it wants to speak to you, but can't.
Okay, well, what's the matter, fella? Cat got your tongue.
The rabbit nods and points to the northeast. The cat that got its tongue must have wandered off in that direction.
Like, actually? Okay, cool. Fine, whatever. Let's close everything. Alright, so I guess all we have left is to go up north and into the Lucilla Forest. A new area that I have managed to go through in my previous playthrough, but I don't really remember much of. I remember it being rather expansive, if I'm not mistaken. And I think there are also places where I shouldn't possibly
Hail, Source Hunter.
Go.
Good to see you've reached Lacula Forest. There were times when I came to this neck of the woods just to whiff its wholesome air. Alas, that it is thick with sorcery these days.
It's also thick with my farts. I'm sorry, I've been fighting this whole way through. Sorcery abounds, does it?
It surrounds us here, like an invisible mist. Takes cat's eyes to see it creep. Even so, it's plain as day to the east, all about Ikara's cabin. Immaculates beset it, no doubt under Leandra's orders. If she has ordered such thorough defenses of her sister's cabin, we may be certain that whatever lies within will be a prize more precious than butter-baked plaice.
What is place?
That means Ikara herself must be there, Hunter. And it is essential that you find her. Only she can shed light on the details of Leandra's plans.
Alright, well, I thank you for your counsel. High time to mosey on.
Ha! Zigzags would see you dash rather than mosey. But matters such as these require a thoughtful approach.
Well, Zigzags ain't here. Besides, I threatened him a little bit, so I'm hoping that maybe he keeps his distance from me.
Leandra and her cronies may be lunatics all, but they're far from brainless. So be wary, Hunter, and be safe.
Aight. Alright, so let's quick save, because I think, as I was saying, there are probably some spots in this map that I probably shouldn't really wander off into too early on. Like maybe this thing? Oh, jeez, okay. Maybe I shouldn't have come here. Now we have to fight these rogue earth elementals. Evil smelling flower. Oh god. What have I done? I have erred. Okay, let's try to fix my erring. Can I perhaps go through all of them? Oh jeez. Apparently I couldn't even go through these guys. Holy shit! You see that? They took like no damage. Do I need like a crushing weapon maybe? I think I need like a crushing weapon. Ah, shit. This might have been a mistake. It is now hastened and warm. Fuck. Okay, what counters earth elementals? I'm guessing air stuff maybe? Apparently it's also a priest. It managed to bless their whole group here. Wow. Got really lucky with the 2 blocks in a row. Holy shit. That was absolutely fantastic. Good job, Fabrosi. For once. Good job. Start things off with a nice little ricochet. And they're poisoned and they're healing themselves. Fan-fucking-tastic. Right. Bear Daughter, get in a little closer so that maybe you don't have to worry about, whatchamacallit? Accuracy? Let's see if we can crush this guy. Oh, damn, I was right. It does do a fair bit of damage. And I think... Bitter Cold, maybe? Can we freeze one of them? Is that possible? At all? Let's give it a try. It failed. Let's get in a little closer. I'm surprised that Debris is the last one to go this time around. Oof. Not a big fan of the fire or the poison over there. But this does give us a unique opportunity to perhaps... Shit. You know what? I think you're gonna have to get in a little closer. Although Fabrosi is currently sitting on top of the poison. So I'm thinking maybe we shouldn't use a fire grenade. Maybe we should go with a nail bomb instead. Would this be helpful? Can we... Yeah, thank you for finally showing me the range there. Right, I don't think that's gonna be helpful either. Let's get Debris over... Ooh. Fine, see if we can do it from here, but don't get poisoned. Holy shit, that was awesome. Yeah, he's already poisoned, guys. Take it easy. Can you be even more poisoned? No, right? Yeah, we get it, Sylvester Stallone. We heard you the first time. What is it? What is healing it? Is it the... Oh, it's the earth damage from Fabrosi's weapon that's actually healing it. Right, of course. That makes sense. Let's get a splintered arrow on these bastards. Jahan? If you could so please heal Fabrosi, who is currently whining and moaning about his requirement of a remedy. And I think what I'll do is I'll probably get Fabrosi back a little bit, so that maybe we can light these flowers on fire and shit. So let's do that. Let's get, Actually, can you eye gouge from here? Let's give it a try. Oh, that actually worked. Wow. I'm surprised and impressed. Fabrosi, please come back to where we are back here so that we can have Debris throw a Molotov cocktail, if you please. Come on, Fabrosi. What's wrong with you, man? There we go. Should I? I guess you might as well. It's fine. See if we can knock this guy down, too. Nope, immune to knockdown. Good to know. And actually, you know what? Instead of Fabrosi, we're gonna get, instead of Debris, we're gonna get Bear Daughter to do the honors here. Nice. And I guess that's all you can do, isn't it? Alright, Jahan. Can you teleport this guy at all? Ah, jeez. You can't see him? He's right there. He's like glowing green, Jahan. What is wrong with you? Fine. Just zap him. See if that helps. Wow, that actually did a fair bit of damage. I'm genuinely surprised. Debris? It's all you, girl. Throw that grenade. Light these bitches on fire. Boom! Are they burning? Are they dying? Hard to tell. Well, at least we've only got one left. I think maybe we'll just get Bear Daughter to do the honors again. Fantastic. Good job, guys. For a second, I was actually kind of worried that maybe we'd bitten off more than we can chew, but apparently not. Is this Silver Glen? Because I kind of want to get into a town ASAP. We've got some gold to get, animal hide, some things eyeball. Where exactly are we getting these eyeballs? I'm assuming these eyeballs are from the animals that got digested by the evil smelling flowers? Or did the flowers themselves have eyeballs? Because, I don't know what's more disturbing.
In the name of the goddess, halt! Who goes there?
Not but a wanderer.
Wanderer, you say? A lost sheep, perhaps, that has found its flock. The stable of Immaculates.
Yes. What is this place?
Why, it's Silver Glen, of course. Once the abode of miners, now the abode of the faithful. We have traded the search for silver for the pursuit of divinity. I'm sure this sounds strange in what are strangers' ears, but you must know that but a short while ago a frightful sickness felled us by the dozen, until she who speaks for the goddess brought us a cure.
I'm sure she did. I'm sure she brought a cure indeed.
She showed us how we may overcome the frailty and even the decrepitude of our mortal bodies. That is why we now live a life of devoutness and civility, so that we may become immaculate. But I suggest you talk to Father Loic if you want to learn more about the ways of the goddess. Be welcome, therefore, to Silver Glen. Blessed be all immaculates.
Alright, so we've got a quest here to pass on a letter?
Word. Let's remain vigilant.
Jahan, what now?
The degenerates here claim they have been cleansed, but I can still smell the stink of persisting putrescence wafting from their grimy flesh. Silver Glen. This place sickens me.
I'm gonna forgive you this time, because I like your use of the word degenerates. I see no evidence of sickness about me. Why take it to heart so?
As you know, I once carried the burden of disease upon emaciated shoulders. Perhaps I had better explain in greater detail.
Yeah, you better. Tell me more about your history, Jahan, if you please.
So I shall.
Tell me about the malady that overtook you. Is that it?
It was an unparalleled horror. Scores of physicians flocked to my bedside. They traveled from realms across the seas hoping to cure the mighty Jehan, undo the gloom that had befallen the land, and mere vultures that they were, to be paid handsomely for their efforts. But none of their potions took effect. Their salves seared, but did not soothe my fading flesh. Like a ghoul I looked, unburied yet risen from the grave. In futile anger I struck my mirror, but broke my brittle fingers only, not its ever-mocking surface.
No, I already asked you about that. Fine. Tell me about tell me how you managed to cure yourself from the malady that afflicted you.
It went like this, Hunter. If a ghoul I had become, so a dark turn of thought convinced me. A ghoul's methods I should employ to escape the labyrinthian crypt of corporeal corruption. A necromancer I'd be. Yes, only from deep within the deliriums of death would I tunnel my way back into the gardens of life.
No, look.
I did unspeakable things in the dusky dungeons that twist like forgotten veins to long-deceased organs far beneath my castle's sunlit halls. Halls which held my throne and held the bed upon which Heraka slept, her very touch blessing the satin she reposed upon. Still there came no relief. Perversions I created in scores, but they were mere undead all. Creatures so piteous that the thought of cheating death in their guise frightened me more than the swing of the scythe itself. Like mosquitoes in the night, panic and despair beset me until I turned to that darkest of all arts, demonology.
Aha. So, you of all people turned to demonology.
It had to be. There was no other way. I could feel the life slipping out of me like love out of a betrayed spouse's heart. So I studied tomes so old the dust that fell from their centuries' unperused pages never knew the light of the stars that now shine. I drew forbidden symbols. I spoke unhallowed words, and from the smoke that rose like a dragon's last breath, a demon appeared to me and said, "Ask, O blighted king, and you shall have." "Just tell me," I cried. "Tell me what ails me."
So what was the answer?
Heraka.
What? Oh, the twist.
Never had I known a single word can cut deeper than the sharpest of daggers. With maddening glee, the demon told me she was one of his kin. A soul-swallowing horror that had been feeding on both my body and my spirit like a leech. An ancient being was she, that moved from king to king throughout the ages, filling their hearts with love, then draining them of life. After such revelations, does one truly desire to live on? Death seemed like a mother then, welcoming me with her all will be well embrace. Yet still I feared exceedingly her seemingly sweet caress, and the oblivion that would follow. Release me from her, demon, and give me back the strength of a sick, free existence. So went my desperate plea. It smiled, of course it did. Smiled bare 100 razors as its eyes came alight with infernal fire. "1,000 years I will give you," it whispered. "But then your soul shall be mine to incarcerate in the depths of hellish nemesis. As for your throne, that I'll have now. What say you, O brittle king? Do you accept my terms?"
So, did you accept the demon's terms?
I think you know the answer to that question, Hunter. But I've said enough for now. These memories are painful to recollect. So let us turn to the rest of them later.
Alright.
Good. No use in standing about.
Was that all you had to say? Okay, fine. Debris, what do you have to say now?
Well. So our very own demon hunter once dabbled in the so-called darkest of arts himself.
He's standing right there. He's like literally standing like a couple feet, like a meter away from you. I'm fairly certain you're not whispering to me. He's standing closer to you than I am to you. Okay. A man so utterly betrayed and dying will grasp at any straw. I can hardly blame him. I guess.
A man so utterly betrayed and dying will grasp at any straw. I can hardly blame him.
But I can. No matter the circumstance, I simply cannot abide a hypocrite.
Oops. I meant to actually get them both blunt, I think. Consider it increases charisma. Ah, shit. I should have gone blunt with both of them. Damn. Oops, that was my mistake. I shouldn't have passed on the blunt.
Over here, Hunter. It's me, Ahu.
You're not being very subtle, Arhu. But, okay, fine. What do you have to say?
Hunter, you've made it into the hamlet of Silverglen, I see. Unnerving spot, don't you find? Leandra has fashioned herself a hero here, but the townsfolk don't seem to know the truth behind the conduit, though they call themselves Immaculates.
So what do you think of these Immaculates?
They're thick as trout, if you ask me, and unnaturally obsessed with ancient teachings. I haven't seen Leandra here myself, but she must have put on quite a show of magical mastery to enthrall a crowd of shaggy miners, to have them hop on the bandwagon of a shadowy religion wholly alien to them.
I feel like there's some typos there. Is holy supposed to be spelled W-H-O-L-L-Y? I thought it was only one L. I'm fairly certain Enthrall is supposed to have two L's. I don't know why I'm correcting the fucking spelling. Jeez. Which ancient teachings do you mean?
Haven't you heard them whisper of the blood? How their eyes shine when they discuss certain stellar stones? Star stones, of course, which drenched in blood become bloodstones and are used in healing rituals. Now, I can see how it could be a fantastic thing to nurse a dying human back to health, if all it takes is to sacrifice a toad. But I spy bloodlust in these people's eyes. A bloodlust that goes beyond the usual meaning of the word. They all act like they're following a benign goddess that will lead them to paradise. But I'll be a dappled Dalmatian if any of that is true.
Alright, well, since you've been scouting the place, perhaps you can tell me where I should start looking for the shady goings-on.
I've been shadowing the local priest, a man by the name of Loic. I have the feeling he knows more than most in Silverglen, for I've followed him in the night when he meets with cloaked strangers, and goblins even. Mangoth, Hyberheim. Of strange things I've heard him whisper. Yes, this priest has shady goings-on written all over that smug, holier-than-thou face of his.
Well, judgmental, aren't you?
But we must start at the beginning, Source Hunter. The White Witch is still at large. If we want to get to the true heart of Leandra's doings, we must start with her sister. And she's far likelier to be in her cabin among the trees than here among Leandra's followers.
So why are you walking about Silverglen in your cat form?
The advantage of being a puss, my friend, is that one can pussyfoot. A white-haired wizard draws attention, but a cat can move about unnoticed and, indeed, unseen.
Oh, you puss.
Not that I'm not extra wary of these bloodsuckers, though. There's a conspicuous absence of pets in this eerie little town.
Well, I'll take my
The
leave.
Immaculate's presence here is highly disconcerting. But we mustn't lose sight of our mission, Source Hunter. The White Witch resides somewhere in the wilds of the surrounding forest, and we must find her.
Alright, got it. But before we continue on, Jahan, if you could please heal Fabrosi, that'd be fantastic. And also, I don't think we'll be using a staff weapon anytime soon, so let's move all these up just a little bit. There we go. Also, do we have anything new to learn, maybe? I don't think so, maybe? I don't know. Whatever. This is the door to what? This is the Immaculate Church. Okay, so he said to start things off by looking for the White Witch. Got it. But I think we also need to find the wife. Oh, there, look. Waypoint. I think we also need to find the wife of the skeleton soldier dude.
Be wary. Be vigilant.
Please stop talking to me. You have a very goofy voice and I'd rather not hear it again. Thank you very much. I can just pick up this giant package? Oh. Why bother? I've already got one in my pants. Oh! Anyways, where can I find the wife of the skeleton dude? Maybe he's in this area?
Have you ever seen a creature more pathetic than Fumble?
Maybe he's up in here, maybe? What's here?
News from the mines.
No news, sir. Goblins will slice us to ribbons if we approach the bridge.
Unacceptable. I want those goblins out of my mine by yesterday. Send them.
No, I could say
These goblins are worse than the trolls.
We haven't enough men among us to take on even a few of them, sir.
Are you deaf? I said I want those goblins out. Make it happen, even if you have to spear Drexis yourself.
Ooh, each of the mine office. Debris, if you could do the honors of maybe stealing some shit. Oh, damn. Okay, fine. Try it again. Steal the gold. Steal the key to mining office. Fan-fucking-tastic. Oh, I'm so glad to be back in a town where we can just steal everything that's not nailed down. But first, let's talk to Lawrence.
A source hunter.
How'd you know?
My liege, I am at your disposal. I am Lawrence, the representative of the mining guild responsible for operations in Silver Glen. Please, valiant hunter, let us know how we can assist you.
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, I am no one special. Merely a humble servant of the guild and shepherd to the happy flock of miners within this settlement. My only cause for complaint, Your Grace, are these awful goblins. They're starving us out, refusing even a single honest miner his right to work. Perhaps my most upright highness, you might be able to help us with this little problem.
Upright Highness, are you commenting on my... let's discuss your troubles in the mines.
You must forgive me if I become somewhat overcome when discussing it, my liege. To think how I've been betrayed. To think how the humble miners of Silver Glen suffer. I invited a tribe of goblins to assist us in clearing the tenebrium from our mine, you see. The leader of the troop, a satin-spitting Satan named Drexis, promised to clear the tenebrium and be gone. When the job was done, though, he and his band of totem-brained fiends refused to vacate. They've kept close guard of the bridges to the mine since, and they'll slice whoever dares approach them into ribbons. These goblins follow Drexis like lemmings, Your Grace, and if only I could undo the traitor, they'd slither back to the swamp they crawled from. Drexis's head on my mantle would save countless miners from a slow starvation, my liege. What's one goblin over countless disenfranchised workers?
Alright, well, I'd like to ask you some questions.
Please, Your Grace, I am completely at your disposal.
Tell me about the goblins.
Oh, brutes! I invited them here to save our valued miners from the ill effects of clearing tenebrium, and those interlopers met my invitation with a hostile takeover. They haven't allowed a single human miner past them in months, and meanwhile my men have all but forgotten their vocation and turned instead to their damned religion.
Oh, okay, so you're not all about the Immaculates. Alright, so what can you tell me about tenebrium?
Useless stuff, my liege. Worse than common dirt. But 10 times as difficult to extract and infinitely more dangerous. If only we'd known in advance the terrible effect rot would have, we would have stopped trying to clear it immediately.
What is rot exactly?
Yes, a dreadful business that. I've been fortunate enough to avoid the sickness so far, my liege, but my heart truly breaks for the families of those who've been afflicted.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
You see, my liege, When a miner has been overlong exposed to inebrium, he begins showing certain symptoms. Gangrene about the extremities, fatigue, malaise. At first, we attributed these symptoms to, well, to poor diet, laziness, and general malingering. Had we known then what we've since discovered, we never would have continued operations. But alas, mistakes were made, and those we lost can never be brought back, no matter what that crackpot conduit would have one believe.
The conduit? Care to tell me more?
My liege, you ought not to concern yourself with the fraudulent leader of a crackpot cult. Really, the whole affair is an utter embarrassment to Silver Glen.
Hey, let's not be so hasty about cults, okay? Some of them are good, okay? Just keep an open mind, that's all I'm asking.
Some insane huckster calling herself the conduit of the goddess made her way to Silver Glen at the height of the rot's hold on our miners. The people were desperate, you see. When by magic or illusion she managed to cure a handful of them of the affliction, every last one of the bunch began speaking of her as though she were some messiah. Now most of the town is taken with her little cult of immaculates, as she calls them. Fortunately for her, she disappeared shortly after her little trick. Or I would have thrown her into prison and swallowed the key myself. Imagine hypnotizing an entire town with nothing more than snake oil.
Well, you would have eventually pooped out that key. Would have torn your anus, like, straight through, just saying. So what do you know about the Immaculates?
Enough to know the whole institution has been a blight on productivity. With the blessings of the conduit to replace a sense of a job well done, the miners care hardly at all for getting the mines back in good working order.
Alright, well, I'll take my leave. Okay, so it seems like we have a new quest to clear out the goblins from the Silver Glen mine. And in the next episode, we will go through this place more, and we'll try to find the wife of the skeleton dude, I guess, and explore more of Silver Glen, and then we'll eventually head out. I don't know how long we're gonna be in here. Hopefully it's not gonna be nearly as long as the amount of time that we spent in Cyseal talking to people. I don't think so. I think there's only like maybe 2, maybe 3 more quests in here to pick up, and then that's kind of it. If I recall correctly, and I think most of them actually lead outside of the town itself, so I don't think we're gonna be spending too much time here, thankfully. But we'll see. No guarantees. Alright, so for now, thanks for watching and have a good breakfast.